Hi, a pleasant day everyone. I'm Jess, one of the members of Group 3 in CIE 110 1BSC C110. This time around, let me first introduce to you our topic, which is the civil engineers areas of specialization. And its main objectives are to tackle the current fields or careers of civil engineering and enumerate the different areas of specialization of civil engineers. Now, let's proceed to the discussion itself. As you can see, these are basically the 6 areas of specialization. First, structural engineering. Second, construction engineering and management. Third, geotechnical engineering. Fourth, water resources engineering. Fifth, transportation engineering. And lastly, the environmental energy engineering. So now I'm going to tackle about structural engineering and construction engineering and management. First, structural engineering. Structural engineers need to ensure that building or other structures can support their own weight as well as the weight of those who will be using them by calculating the load that a structure is likely to encounter. Structural engineers help to determine which building materials are used and how the skeleton of the structure is assembled. In addition, as a structural engineer, you'll design structures to withstand stresses and pressures imposed through environmental condition and human use. You'll ensure buildings and other structures do not deflect, rotate, vibrate excessively, or collapse, and that they remain stable and secure throughout their use. Based on my research, a structural engineer must have analytical and mathematical mind as well as expert problem-solving skills. Second is the construction engineering and management. These civil engineers oversee a building project from start to finish, coordinating all the different professionals involved in such a project, including architects, builders, electricians, plumbers, and financiers. Much of construction management involves keeping risk to a minimum by focusing on safety and compliance with local and national building codes. Construction engineers manage construction projects, ensuring that they are scheduled and built in accordance with plans and specifications. These engineers typically are responsible for the design and safety of temporary structures used during their construction. And construction engineers come to deal with decision making, problem solving, leadership, technical training, mathematical skills, and etc.
I'm Carlo Kabakungan, the next reporter from the Group 3. So I'm going to discuss what geotechnical engineering and water resources engineering is all about. As you can see on the screen, geotechnical engineering is the stability of the soil and rock on which a project is built, as well as its chemical composition are the main considerations of the geotechnical engineering specialty. Softer ground requires different building methods than harder ground or rock, and geotechnical engineers can prevent foundations from crumbling or damaging erosion occurring from runoff patterns on a building project's land. As you can see on the picture, geotechnical engineering from the word geo, which means that geotechnical engineering is all about land or ground. But why geotechnical engineering is important? The study of geological material properties on a construction site are important to allow design and construction of stable structures that don't settle, deform, or crack, something just like that. So the next one will be water resources engineering. Water resources engineering is all about having safe and adequate drinking water may be taken for granted in the industrialized nations of the world, but developing and developed nations alike need water resources engineer to build the infrastructure that provides clean water to those who depend on it for their survival. So it just means that water resources engineering is the one who are providing clean water to those people who are in need. But why yet? But I mean, why water resources engineering is important? Water resources engineers intend to ensure that citizens are provided with a continuous supply of clean and contaminated water for drinking, living, and recreational purposes.
Following is the transportation engineering. Transportation engineers build systems like railways, subways, roads, and bridges that are used by the people in traveling to work, home, or on vacation, among other destinations. Safety and capacity are major consideration of transportation engineers. It doesn't do much good to build transportation systems that aren't safe or can't meet the transportation needs of those who are intended to use them. This branch of civil engineering is involved in the planning, operation, design, and maintenance of safe and efficient transportation systems. Again, these systems include roadways, railways, waterways, and intermodal operation. It is to make more convenient for the travelers as well.
Hi guys, it's me again and I'm going to discuss what environmental and energy engineering means. As you can see on the screen saying that this specialty focuses specifically on creating projects that sustain or improve the environment in which they exist. Many advances have been made in sustainability in recent years, including the use of alternative energy sources like solar, wind or water, better insulation to reduce energy usage, and plumbing fixtures that use less water, among other methods, which means that environmental engineers develop solutions to environmental problems using engineering, soil science, biology, and even chemistry principles. But why environmental engineering is important? It is because environmental engineers work to protect people from the negative consequences of the environment, such as pollution. It also works to improve the environment's quality, as well as recycling, waste disposal, public health, water and air pollution management. And then the next one is energy engineering, which means that energy engineering is a broad field of engineering focused with energy efficiency, energy services, facility management, and other related topics. But why it is important? It is important because energy engineering mixes physics, mathematics, and chemistry knowledge with economic and environmental engineering principles that this energy is in the form of solar radiation, which allows solar electricity to be produced.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys learned about today's lesson. Again, this is Group 3 signing out.